find the GCF, that's the greatest common factor, of 60 and 84. All right, so once again, we're going to find the GCF, or the greatest common factor, of 60 and 84. So we have two numbers. We have two numbers involved here. So let's take a look at how these are going to work here. It says find the greatest common factor. Again, the idea is, what is a common factor? It's a number that will divide into both of these numbers evenly. Now, don't get it confused with the least common multiple. That's a number that when you multiply these things through, you eventually can divide both of them into. It's kind of like looking for a least common denominator. But this is called the greatest common factor. So we're looking for as big a number as we can divide into both 60 and 84 evenly. All right? So let's take a look at these two numbers. They look kind of intimidating, and actually both of them in some respects can be, because there are a lot of numbers that will divide into 60 and 84 evenly. You've got a lot of numbers that are going to work here. So let's see which one is going to be the greatest common factor. So I'm going to write the numbers down here. This is really pretty easy way to do this. And it looks like an upside down division mark, okay? And when we do that, when we do this, what it basically is going to allow us to do is each time we're going to try to make these numbers smaller. We're going to try to make these numbers smaller. Now, first thing I notice is that both of these, 60 and 84, are both even. So I'm going to take a 2. That means they're divisible by 2. And I'm going to start right into this thing. I'm going to divide 2 into 60, which will go 30. And 2 into 84, boy, y'all help me out on that. I believe it's going to be 42, all right? That's pretty easy because you just got to divide 2 into 8 and into the 4, all right, which gives you 42. I notice that we're still even, but we're certainly smaller, and that's looking a little bit better for us to figure out what's going to go on. So I'm going to draw a little bit to the inside there, and I'm going to look, and since I notice they're both even, I'm going to take another 2 into this thing, all right? And as I look at this, 2 goes into 30, take half of 30, you're going to have 15. And then take half of 42, you're going to end up with 21. And again, I'm looking at these numbers and I'm thinking, okay, what will divide into both of these? These are smaller. Oh, so much nicer and easier to work with. There is a number. There is a number. The number is actually 3. 3 will divide into 15. 3 will divide into 21. So let's put a 3 right there. And that's going to divide in there 5 times. And 3 will go into 21 7 times. Now at this point, we'll do one more round with our little bars here. And you know what I noticed? I noticed my number that will divide into both of these. Well, 5 won't go into 7. 7 certainly won't go into 5. The only number I can divide into both of these is 1, which basically tells me my story is over here, all right? We're now going to figure out what is the GCF, the greatest common factor, based on these 3 guys right here. Now, the 1 is not going to affect anything, all right? So what we're going to do, we're going to multiply the 2, and the 4 here, and that, folks, is going to give us 12. 4 times 3, it gives us 12. So in this case, it looks like our greatest common factor will equal, I'll put it down here for you, 2 times 2 times 3. And if you want to put the 1 on there, that's fine. It still is going to give us a number of 12. Now, thinking about it, you say, Ernie, will 12 divide into 60? Well, according to this method, it does. It goes in there 5 times, all right? If I try to divide 12 into 84, guess what? It goes 7 times. And that would be the same thing. So if you'd picked 12 to begin with and put them out here, you would have had 5 and 7 right off the bat. I personally think most of us look at big numbers like that and start doing things with 2s and 3s until we get down to the final statement, the final number. And again, 12 does divide into both those numbers, and that is the greatest one. We can't go any higher than 12.
For more math help, visit tnlearn.org.